You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
Yo, welcome back to the show. Beef Vegan Presents Live. I'm Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com on this Tuesday, August 2nd. Good morning, Powers.
Good morning, Beef.
All right, good morning, everybody out there listening. Thank you for tuning into the show. It's going to be a grand one today. We have tickets giveaway for Ghost. That's happening at 7 o'clock. We also, since it's Tuesday, we have Tap Out Tuesday with our guest Rocco from Rocco's Little Chicago. He's going to be in the 8 o'clock hour. We're going to give away up to $100 in gift certificates to the delicious deep dish pizza of Rocco's. So all you foodies out there, be ready to tune back in around that time. And then 9 o'clock hour, we're going to have a special guest, Rae L, who's a local musician here, fantastic starlet. And she is performing at Keep Tucson Sketchy, the show that I'm hosting. And it's a sketch comedy group that Powers is a part of. So that's all happening today and so much more. In fact, I have so much content to go through today. I don't even know where to begin, and be honest with you. There's so much stuff. We got racist mascots happening left and right. It's the latest scourge, Powers. Have you heard about the racist mascots?
This is not a new scourge, is it? We've got our old Redskins. They got the Cleveland Indians, things like that. What are you talking about?
Yeah, no, I'm talking about like friendly mascots. See, this is, So about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, there was some furor over Sesame Street theme park in Philadelphia about a couple of their mascots being outright racist. Now, it's a very difficult thing to be able to gauge if they are actually being racist or they just can't see. I don't know, because, until you put your head inside a mascot's head, like, you don't know what the actual vision is like. I've seen it. I put my head inside Dusty's head. Sorry, kids. And you can't see much. There's a little screen there and your peripherals there, but it did look like the mascots at Sesame Street basically was giving a high five to all the white kids. It came across two little black girls and was like, nah. And this was caught on tape, and obviously there's outrage over this. Now the father of those kids is suing Sesame Street Park for $25 million, which is might be a little much.
Yeah.
Now there's another mascot accused of racism in New Jersey, which, of course, ground zero. That whole area, Philadelphia and New Jersey, very close to each other. It's just like, it's a short drive. It's like the I-10. It's here to equate it for people in Tucson who haven't been on the East Coast. It's like driving from Marana to East Tucson. That's
not far.
They're neighboring. So that area steeped in old school traditional racism. Not that it's right, but you got multi-generational racist tendencies in some pockets of the East Coast there, right? Now, I'm not saying this Chuck E. Cheese is racist, but his face looks racist, so we got that going on. And there's just a little video of just a little 3-year-old girl bouncing up and down, going up for a high five, and then the mouse just looking at her and like, nope. So that's what's happening now in America.
These sound like kind of isolated incidents. Did they keep the camera on? I assume it was Telly at Sesame Place. He's always been a jerk. And not
it wasn't.
It
kids. Was. You need to Google it. You need to get on the news, my friend. But let's move forward because the Chuck E. Cheese thing, whatever. The racist mascots. That's one of the stories in America. The other story is, I guess we're still taking out enemies from 9/11. Did you hear about this, Powers?
No.
What are you watching, like Disney Channel all day? So this is a big deal. This story happened yesterday, and they hunted down the 9/11 mastermind, al-Zawahiri, and I guess he's been on the lam for like 20 years. Took us 20 years to find them, and he was taken out yesterday with 2 6-blade ninja missiles when he stepped onto his safe house balcony. So these ninja missiles literally come in like a Ginsu, like almost like a helicopter in the front.
Yeah.
6 blades, comes in, chops you up, blows you up at the same time. Yeah, it's insane. And 20 years after 9/11, obviously, and we're still looking for this dude. And well, we're not anymore. Update: we found him.
Well, they might be looking for pieces of him. It sounds like.
Yeah. They're going to be looking for pieces of him for a while. When you look at the pictures of these very impressive missiles, so I guess that's a win for America.
Always.
Yeah, but the fact that I'm like, oof, still 20 years later, they still looking for dudes.
Yeah, well, you got to get them. Let's go. No statute of limitations on that one.
I guess, yeah, but it seems like they were slacking for quite some time. I feel like they gave up like for 18 years. They put it on pause, right? And then then they're just like, oh yeah. Well, what can we do to make us look good in the polls? Oh yeah, let's whack this dude again. Can we find him? I don't know. We just got to turn on our satellites. Oh, there he is. Right? It seemed like an easy thing, but I'm assuming I don't work for the government.
Yeah.
Or Chuck E. Cheese or Sesame Street. I mean, all this stuff, just speculation. Nothing that I say that comes out of my mouth today should be held.
It's true. You barely work here.
Yeah, no. I mean, seriously, I keep checking emails to make sure there's no update on that. But I mean, big news has been happening in the last 24 hours of the news cycle. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, you got tons of content today. We got a great morning moron coming up here in just a few. And so many different questions. Yesterday, we asked on the Facebook page, what's the most annoying thing your neighbor has done? And I have 99 comments on this post. A lot of great suggestions. Vernon wrote they complained about him lighting off legal fireworks on the 4th of July. So that's all right. I'm over the show open. Welcome back to the podcast broadcast. We got to do a tease here in about 15 seconds. This is Rae L. Good morning, Rae L. Have your buddy pop in the screen as well so we can see them, and then make sure you're loud enough. What's your name again? Get them.
My name is Jay Bailey, and this is the amazing Rae L.
There you go. We got hype man extraordinaire. All right, let's get on the FM side here. Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We got the podcast broadcast in full effect with our guests hanging out with us. We have Rae L. Good morning, Rae.
Good morning, Beef Vegan.
Now, Rae is a singer-songwriter here locally, so we're going to have her perform some songs on the podcast broadcast. We're going to check out her latest music video for Dumb, and she's here because she's going to be performing with me and along with Powers and the rest of the Keep Tucson Sketchy crew on August 13th at the Screening Room. So it's cool. It's like a local Saturday Night Live style event. Coming up next immediately, and when I have a guest come in studio over there for the very first time, I like to play games, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah. So, Rae, get ready because when we return, I want to play a game.
All right.
And the game here, I'm going to have you go up against your buddy that you brought in. We're going to see how close of friends you really are. And see if somebody gets a little upset by not being too knowledgeable when it comes to record sales. I'll have a list of diamond records, and you're going to have to try to guess which album outperformed the other album. So it's a little pop culture trivia that you're going to be doing next after Buck Cherry's Crazy Bitch. But we'll kick things off with some Five Finger Death Punch. Here's Afterlife. We're going to keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. You can join us on the YouTube page, youtube.com/beefvegan, or keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Don't go away. All right, so I hit all that. There we go. And I am seriously wound up because I've had so much catching up to do today, Rae. It's been a very busy day. I've had Powers dancing all morning long.
All morning. I love to dance.
Even during fucking commercials.
Just sometimes you got your own song in your head. It's just the circus music in here all the time.
I know. So I'm watching that, and that's, of course, I'm extra irritated already. And then he's dancing to Scott Lehman commercials. I'm like, there's not even any music going on right now.
Sometimes you just gotta feel the Scott Lehman vibe move through your body, you know?
You think this gal's gonna go
endorsement.
side with you against dancing?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what. Just a fair warning, Powers. To get a little too, I'll go boom, backstage.
What?
Yeah, see, he's not even here.
Come on.
You see that, Rae? Yeah, I have that power. We could go full screen Rae all day long.
Hey.
All right, so Rae, a couple questions here before we get into all the other fun stuff, which we're going to debut this music video here. How long you been writing and recording music?
Writing and recording music, I started in like June of 2020.
Okay.
I hopped on Discord and met some people through a server that make music on the Kenny Beats Discord. And we just were all quarantining and stuck at home. So we spent like hours after I would get off work every night, just like hanging out on Discord. And we made my first song, Easy Morning. And then it led me to the music group that I'm in now, Our City's Finest. So
Yeah, Our City's Finest, based out of Tucson, is a bunch of musicians here that all collaborate together. I like that. Did you start off as like a writer, like a poet, or a singer, like in a choir or any of that?
I was definitely a choir and theater kid in high school and middle school. But I would like look up free beats on YouTube all the time and just kind of like make up words to them.
Freestyle.
Yeah, and I didn't ever think that I should write them down until like 2020. So
Yeah, and now you can just straight up
now I just
record
write
everything.
whatever I want. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Thank you.
Well, right off the bat, let's start off with a music video. This is something that she just released. They just released together, right? Dumb.
Yeah, Dumb. It's directed by Michael Schutte. Rich Gary was helping out with the production on that as well. Produced by our friend Cecilia. So all the homies were in on that one.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, let's check it out. Here's Rae L's latest music video. Song's called Dumb. Beef Vegan Presents Podcast Broadcast.
Thread on the words you said. Ain't your fault, in over my head. Don't hold back, baby, nothing to lose. Never been scared of what it might do. Summer coming quick, we got so much to do. Thinking to myself, should I think this through? Talking to myself, but I wish it was you. Drinking out the bottle, I'm alone in the room. Always thought that I knew myself. Guess I was wrong, guess I need your help. Falling apart, there ain't really much left. Picking up pieces, don't regress. A lot has been changing, clarity coming and it feels amazing. Running in circles is better than pacing. Life is a journey, just try to embrace it.
Fantastic music video. Rae L, Jay Bailey, both performed in that song Dumb, and we'll do a live version of that a little bit later on. That's the introduction here to Rae L. Fantastic looking music video, all part of the Tucson what collection?
Our City's Finest.
Our City's Finest. See, I'll write this stuff down. Like I said, I got too many things going on here, but and you've been writing down some of these notes too. You've got my back. No?
Yeah, I got a lot of notes.
All right.
D sharp and C.
Hey, perfect.
Yes.
That's all you need, really.
Right. So yeah, that's how many music videos you have in total so far, Rae?
In total,
Was this your first one?
so I had a music video for my first song, Easy Morning. And then I actually found out the guy who directed it was like not a good person. So I completely scrapped it, took it down off of everything.
Oh, one of those situations,
yeah.
huh? Where it's just like you found out a little backstory on him,
Yeah,
and he was
little backstory.
Yeah.
And then I do have a music video for my song So Glad. It was actually like some U of A students had a video project that they wanted to work with a local artist.
Nice.
So I ended up getting a video for that, and it was so fun. They were so sweet. They killed it.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, and then so when you perform, I'm imagining, and I correct me if I'm wrong, Powers. We got 20 seconds before we go on, but is Rae doing 2 live songs for the Keep Tucson Sketchy? So
At least.
yeah, so it's like Saturday Night Live style format all the way through. Excellent. All right, cool. We got 8 seconds. Let's get back on the air, and then we're gonna have Jay go against Rae L. It's a battle to the death here. Rock on 2.1 KFMA. Okay, it won't be a battle to the death, Rae L. We'll be fine. But I do have Rae L and Jay Bailey, both recording artists here from town. And Ray's going to be performing Keep Tucson Sketchy, the show that I'm going to host on August 13th at the Screening Room. And since they're first timers on the show, I want to play a game. All right. And this is going to be a simple, straight up kind of trivia game, right? So the other day I went through a list of diamond recordings. Okay. Do you know what a diamond recording is?
It's a recording that went diamond.
Yes. So what qualifies diamond?
A million?
No.
Oh God, we're off to a bad start.
Yeah, off to a bad start. You guys are recording artists.
2
so
million?
I know we're far away from diamond status. I get that.
Yes.
Everyone that starts, you got to start somewhere, but you don't start at diamond. Platinum is 1 million sold. Gold is 500,000 million sold. Diamond is 10 million sold. Okay.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah. Whoa.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah. Wait.
Almost
You got to
there.
get the gold before you get the diamond. Now, I have a list of, here's a fun fact. Only 30 albums have sold more than 15 million copies or more. All right. Only 30 in the history of recording artists. Yeah. So, and there's a lot. If you could name right off the bat, here's the first pop quiz. If you think you know one album that sold at least 10 million copies, or I'm sorry, 15 million copies, what would that be? Think of like all-time popular
Michael Jackson Thriller.
Michael Jackson Thriller. Excellent guess, Jay Bailey. That is correct.
Hey, let's go. 1-0.
That's
I
right.
was going to say Bananarama, but I'm just a fan.
You're incorrect.
Oh.
That's why you're not playing this game.
Damn.
Ray, do you have a guess? If you can get higher than Jay on this list, then you'll steal the round. So he guessed Michael Jackson's Thriller. There is one album that has sold more copies than Michael Jackson's Thriller.
One.
What is it?
One album?
Mhm.
I
Jay,
think I
come
know.
on.
All right, what do you think?
Well, wait, do you want to guess?
No, go for it, man. Go for it.
Is it the White Album? Is it the Beatles?
No,
Ooh.
absolutely not. In fact, actually, the White or maybe the White Album made the list. But okay, the answer is the Eagles' greatest hits, 1971
No
to
way.
1975. Yes, the
What?
Eagles' greatest
That's
hits,
sick.
1971 to 1975. It sold 38 million copies.
Good for
Wow.
them.
That's
Yes.
a lot of barbecues.
That's
Yeah.
right. Michael Jackson's Thriller, only 34 million. Only.
Wow.
Only.
Yeah, only.
Oh,
Now, here's another fun fact that I just found out about a week or two ago. Vincent Price, right? He
Yeah.
was on The Voice Thriller. When they asked him to do the narrative on the classic song Thriller, they said, okay, here's the deal. You could have either $5,000 or $20,000, right? Or a percentage of the album sales. He chose $20,000.
Oh.
no.
Yes, wrong answer.
Oh,
What he would have made is a percentage off of 34 million copies.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot of dough. Yes. All right, let's get into this. So far, Jay came in as a guest of a guest and is already making our guests look terrible.
No.
Couple more questions here.
Aw, jeez.
Who sold more? Rae L, I'm going to ask you this question first. Okay. Which album has better sales? Hootie and the Blowfish's Cracked Rear View or Pink Floyd's The Wall?
Pink Floyd, right?
That's a point for Rae L.
Yeah,
Oh.
so thank God.
Yeah.
I said Hootie.
Do love some Hootie and the
That would be
Blowfish.
crazy.
Hootie and the Blowfish's Cracked Rear View sold 21 million copies.
Wow.
Double diamond. Not easy to do. The Pink Floyd's The Wall, 23 million. All right. Now I'm going to Jay Bailey. Jay Bailey.
Yes, sir.
All right. Who sold more? Okay. Is it the Beatles' White Album, the Beatles, right? Or Billy Joel's Greatest Hits, Volume 1 and 2?
Ooh.
Okay, so I feel like the obvious answer is the White Album. So I'm going Billy Joel on this.
Going Billy Joel, going with the opposite of the obvious.
Yep.
You should have went with your first instinct
Yep.
because the Beatles sold 24 million copies. Billy Joel's best of 23 million.
I'm
Ooh,
not
close.
surprised.
Oh, wow.
Super close.
On Long
Sometimes you got to
Island,
gamble. You know what I
if
mean?
you're on Long Island, it's a law that basically every radio station has to play Billy Joel 3-4 times an hour.
Yeah,
Not
you
this-
know what I mean?
Not this one. All right, here we go. Rae L. Which album sold more? Was it Hotel California by the Eagles, who are our number one selling album of
there's
all time
the
with their
Eagles.
greatest hits, or AC/DC's Back in Black, which is an iconic album as well?
I think the fact that the Eagles' greatest hits album did so well means that they were just like, well, maybe Hotel California didn't do as well. So I'm gonna go with AC/DC on this one.
That's some sound logic. I like her.
That
Thank you.
sound logic, but is incorrect logic.
Ah, it's
I
okay.
like
I
where your
like
head
being
headed
wrong.
that, though.
That's right. That's right. All right. So actually, Hotel California sold 26 million copies.
Man, these Eagles fans.
Yeah,
Wow.
the Eagles
Yeah.
are killing it.
Oh,
They
yeah.
show up.
They were the original Nickelback, and I'll tell you why. But AC/DC's Back in Black sold 25 million.
Yeah.
I'll tell you why, and I think Big Lebowski, points this out. There was a major backlash on the Eagles after they became so overly accepted, so overly popular, right? That they're just like, oh, like enough with the Eagles, because there was a time during the late 70s, early 80s that the radio was dominated by them because they kept producing hits. Yeah. Don't blame the Eagles. They just kept making the hits.
Yeah.
All right.
We all know Creedence Clearwater's better. It's true.
Actually, they didn't make this list. So, no one's asking.
Well,
But we
that's
know.
according to the dude.
Yes. All right. Well, we're going to find out who's going to win this trivia on the podcast broadcast. So you can join us, youtube.com/BeVegan. More Be Vegan Presents coming up after we play some Metallica and Shinedown on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Clear. All right. So
Well,
this is the sudden death because you guys both got one right.
Yep.
You both got one wrong.
All right.
So I'm going to list off several different albums. You have to tell me which one you think is the highest selling album.
Oh, yeah.
And some of these I may have mentioned before. Okay. So out of this, who sold the most albums, right? Was it Led Zeppelin with Led Zeppelin 4, AC/DC, Back in Black, Garth Brooks, Double Live, or the Beatles' White Album?
So
Yeah,
hold
so-
on a second. AC/DC. We got the
AC/DC.
Beatles.
Uh-huh.
We
You got
got,
Led
Garthy
Zeppelin.
we got weirdo Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks was a pimp back in the day.
He was.
Yeah,
Um,
Until he changed his name to Chris something.
He sort
He
of
got
like a whole
real
what?
weird.
He got
separate
super
gimmick.
weird. Yeah.
Yeah, he got strange. So I'm gonna automatically say I don't think it's Garth Brooks.
I'm gonna
I have
automatically
faith in the
say-
fact that I don't believe he sold that much.
Okay.
What are you going with, Ray? I think I know which one I want to pick, but
I'm gonna go with Garth Brooks.
are you really?
Yeah. This I'm not gonna get shot and killed if I, get this wrong. So
That's
Powers,
I
put the
think-
gun away.
All right,
I
I'm
feel a lot of
sorry.
pressure. I'm going.
I'll unload it.
Yeah. Calm down, man.
Yeah. We'll call it audible.
I'm
Yes.
I'm going. The
Stabbings
Beatles.
all around.
I gotta go Beatles.
You're going with the Beatles. All right,
Yeah.
Rae L, you said Garth Brooks.
yeah,
Yep.
Garthy boy.
Out of the two guesses, the Beatles sold more records than Garth Brooks.
Thank
Garth
God.
Brooks sold 21 million copies with Double Live. But the correct answer was Back in Black, 25 million copies sold. Black in Black outsold Led Zeppelin's 4 and the Beatles' White Album. So AC/DC, according to this, beyond the Eagles, is the greatest hard rock band of all time. Pink Floyd's The Wall sold 23 million. So
A lot
Led
of
Zeppelin,
people in the chat had a lot of faith in Garth Brooks.
I know,
They did.
Holy crap! Yeah.
because it seems
I mean,
like
I
that's
was
what the
like
people
Garth.
want.
It's got to be Garth.
and I know
Uh.
why. I know why. First off, you can't count out the amount of white people in this country that love country music. So
Yep.
tons. So you would think that's going to be the money. But yes, you are learning a lot today. We're coming here. We're dropping facts, son.
Yeah,
Look,
educational.
That's
I like
right.
it.
Like earlier this morning, we dropped and it is an opinion. I don't know if it's a fact, but a relationship expert did say that women need to submit and surrender to their man to be happy. And so I posted that on the Facebook page, and I asked our female listeners, do they agree or do they like being unhappy? So, think about that one for a second, Rae L, and we'll play the clip from earlier this morning that we had
Don't
when
leave.
Rocco
Don't leave.
was in studio. In case you missed this morning's tap out, and went a little something like this. Check it out.
The only game where you can quit and win. Think you have what it takes to last 5 rounds? Let's find out. Beef Vegan presents Tap Out.
All right, we're back with Rocco from Rocco's Little Chicago, located on Broadway in between Tucson and Country Club. We have Justin on the line. He answered the first grade question. He is our contestant in Tap Out. So he banked himself a $20 gift certificate to Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza already. For every question he can answer correctly, he's going to bank himself another $20 gift certificate. But if he gets any of them wrong or if he taps out, then the rest of our gift certificates up to $100 goes away to our scavengers. All right, Justin, are you there?
Yep.
All right. You got 5 seconds on the clock. This is a second grade level question. Rocco, go ahead and ask the question.
All right, here we go. What number is the Roman numeral XVI?
Tap out.
Oh,
there you go.
That was a second grade level question.
I don't remember those in second grade.
You don't remember that? Well, do you ever watch the Super Bowl, man? The Roman numerals?
Comes up right before
No.
That's all right.
everything.
Can I guess the answer?
Sure.
Was it 16?
It was 16.
All right.
Oh, good job. Well, unfortunately, you're not a contestant, Powers.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, though. Yes, that's bad news for Justin, but great news for our scavengers. That means we have 4 different gift certificates to give away for Rocco's Little Chicago Pizza. So, Justin, stay on the line. I'm going to get all your info. The good news is you got yourself a $20 gift certificate so you can enjoy Rocco's Pizza of the Month, which is the Absol Pizza, or any of the great food items that Rocco has. And the rest of you guys, you call in right now. We'll do callers 2, 4, 6, 8. Why? Because we appreciate you. Yeah.
Yeah, look forward to seeing all 5 of you guys this week.
That's
Come on
right.
in.
You got to go in this week. You got to try that Absol Pizza. Is there anything else you want to mention real quick before we let you go, Rocco?
Road's almost done, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right.
Almost done. By the end, maybe next week. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we should throw a big party for that too.
I know, no kidding. We're gonna cut the big ribbon with giant scissors or something.
The big construction ribbon, like the warning.
Yeah,
do
the
not-
one-
yeah.
Yeah, the do not cross ribbon.
All right, callers 2, 4, 6, and 8, 600 KFMA. You guys are going to be a scavenger. We're going to hit the reset. Be back with more Beef Vegan Presents right after this. Thank you, Rocco. All right, we're back on there. Whoops, didn't see that. That was a quick clip from Tap Out, which Powers was just telling Ray and Jay about because our first contestant, which I don't think is a dummy. I think he just, he cracked it under the pressure. We asked, you heard the question, how many states were there before we added Alaska and Hawaii? But, I mean, that's who wants to be a smarter, or are you smarter than the fifth grader questions? Not all these questions are that easy, especially once there's like a time limit on them, right? So, Jay.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you a couple of these questions.
Let's go.
I'm putting you on the spot here.
Yeah,
So,
I was going to do that too.
I used
All
to
right.
watch a lot of Jeopardy, so I should be good at this.
all right. So, you're going to have 5 seconds on the clock for each of these questions. It's going to start off with third grade level questions. Here's the third grade level question. Powers, go.
What is the closest planet to the sun?
Oh my God, why did I know this? Mercury.
Oh!
I was trying to run them all through my head, and I was starting at Venus. I was like, no, you're not right. I know that much.
You're like, why do you know this? Because you graduated third grade, bro.
Sure
That's right.
did.
All right, fourth grade level question. Let's see if Jay is smarter than a fifth grader here.
Now I'm
Go ahead.
nervous.
Now, sadly, this one stumped me. The United States and Mexico are separated by which river?
The Rio Grande.
Well done.
That is right. Oh, look at Jay. Look at the big brain on Jay. One
go.
more
Little
trivia
head, big
question
brain.
here.
There you go.
All right, this is the fifth grade question. If you answer this right, you are indeed smarter than a fifth grader. It's a big deal. Let's go.
You or me? Oh,
You,
me.
yeah,
Okay,
it's all
let's
you.
go.
Go
It's
for the
still
gold.
me.
Who is the creator of the classic book characters Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn?
That one I don't know.
Ray knows
Darn
it.
it.
Ray, give him the answer.
Wait.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's Mark.
Come on.
Mark Twain.
Yeah.
I know it's Mark.
Between the two of them, they're smarter.
That
than a
is
fifth.
something you would learn in 5th grade too. But
That's
that's
right.
why that game's hard though. It's because you don't think about that stuff like specifically in that context. Like
It was
since
fun to
then, that's
watch
crazy.
him try to just find states on a map yesterday.
Hey, 4th grade, I'll take it.
That's different. There was a bunch of different writing on it and shit. So
I saw, but still.
Yeah, no. Again, there was a bunch of different stuff on there. You couldn't even see the lines,
He
Power. So
defended himself.
you could try it again. So do me a favor. Grab your phone, take it out of that little strap right there. I'm taking you out of the stream.
Okay.
I want to do a live performance here with Ray. We have 2 songs. Let's start off with Ship. Okay. Are you down to start with Ship? Okay, so we want to do a live performance here with Miss Rae L. And the second song we already watched a music video for, but we're going to do that live in studio as well with Jay and Ray. But first, this is off of what? An EP or this on Spotify? Give me a little backstory on this.
So this is unreleased currently. This song is one that we've been sitting on for a little bit, just trying to make it a little bit not perfect. Nothing's ever going to be perfect, but we're just trying to make it as close to it as we can. But it's going to be my next release. It should be coming out within the next month or so. So I'm just kind of pushing it out there right now.
Excellent. Well, why don't we get into it? This song is Ship from Rae L live on the podcast broadcast. Check it out.
All the lies you said were better. Told me you would stay forever. Waves roll into overflow the bed that we had made. Sinking ships and stormy weather. A good captain goes down no matter who else will. Abandoned ship, it's our mess that we made. Tell me how we gonna make it out of this in love. 'Cause I've been given but I never get enough. Tell me how we gonna make it out of this in love. It feels like no way. Tell me how we gonna make it out of this in love. 'Cause I've been given but I never get enough. Tell me how we gonna make it out of this in love. It feels like no way. Tell me how we going under. Do we need to find another way? Feeling like an endless summer, searching for the perfect wave. I wish that you could be the one to save me, but there's just no way. But don't say goodbye, 'cause I've been drowning when the tears fall from your eyes. You pull me back to shore by morning every time. Tell me, baby, will we make it out alive from here? It's so unclear. Tell me how we gonna make it out of this in love. 'Cause I've been given but I never get enough. Tell me how we gonna make it out of this in love. It feels like no way. Tell me how we going under. Do we need to find another way? Feeling like an endless summer, searching for the perfect wave. I wish that you could be the one to save me, but there's just no way. Tell me how we gonna make it out of this in love. 'Cause I've been given but I never get enough. Tell me how we gonna make it out of this in love. It feels like no way.
Yeah, that's Rae L right there. Ship's the name of the song. It's not even released yet, but you get to hear it first on the podcast broadcast. I'm sure you're going to be performing that song live at the Keep Tucson Sketchy, or maybe not. Yeah.
August 13th, I sure will.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, that's awesome. So that's the first of the 2 performances that we're going to be doing here with Rae L. The next one's going to be Ship as well. Very good job. Thank you very much for doing that. How'd it feel?
It feels good. I love that song. I'm really proud of it. I actually wasn't writing that song about my last relationship, but it ended up being about my last relationship because as soon as I finished it, I got dumped.
Oh, why? Was there something I missed in the lyrics? Did you mention something about like a microphallus or something? And he's just like, well, fuck that. I'm out. What do you think made him like bail after hearing the song?
Well, he didn't even hear it.
Oh.
It was just how it ended up.
Okay, so well, shit. I'm gonna have to hit the replay later on and get the overall tune. I mean, it just sounded beautiful, but
Thank you.
I mean, ship, of course, is slang for relationship. That's what the youngins say, and so
Yeah, it's you ship a relationship.
what did that song mean to you? Did it mean like a love lost or a love blossoming?
It's like a play on words. It's like whenever there's it's like being in a relationship that feels like you're kind of on like this sinking ship where it's like, well, a good captain goes down with their ship. So when I'm like, are we going to make it out of this in love? It's a play on like, are we going to make it out alive? Like a good captain's going to go down with the ship. Like you're going to bail or I'm going to bail. I've been on both ends of that. So it's just kind of like writing about that experience.
That's Rae L on Rock 102.1 KFMA, just talking about her song Ship, which she just performed on the podcast broadcast. And she informed me that her boyfriend broke up with her after she wrote that song. So you guys both didn't go down on the ship. Maybe you didn't go down on the ship enough. Why do you think he left?
I mean, I know why, but I don't think Tucson needs to know.
Because he's a weenie. That's why.
There you go. Boom. That's beautiful. And then hell, I mean, the next song that you're going to perform on the podcast broadcast is called Dumb. You want to just dedicate it to him?
No, that song's.
I'm just trying to start beef. That's what I do.
It's beef vegan. Yeah, you're out here starting beef. And it makes sense.
Yeah, that's so funny. So again, when you were writing that song, though, you were kind of inspired by love, right? You were like, hey, I'm a ride or die chick. I'm going to, we're going to go down together or not at all, right?
Yeah. And I've been on like both sides of that coin where it's like, I've been the person in a relationship who's like, it doesn't matter if this ship is like sinking, I'm going to go down with it. Or I've been the person who's like, heck no, I'm going to jump right off of here and like swim to shore or something. Like, get out of here.
Yeah. So, I think in most scenarios, you should definitely have like a life vest and be ready to jump if that ship is just a toxic ship that is going to go straight into the iceberg. I'm dropping Titanic references now. Like we get the metaphors. I mean, if the dude's a douche, bail. You know what I'm saying? You just do that, right?
He was all right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm sure he was. Whatever the case. I mean, so do you agree with the relationship expert that said that? Well, I'll play it for you real quick. Do you agree with this, Rae L?
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
The men are authority.
Oh.
So with the last relationship, without getting too into it, did you submit to his every demand? Where you like, you are the king and I am just your servant?
I don't think so. I think that was a little bit of the issue there. So
see, the relationship expert might be onto something.
I mean,
I think the relationship expert might be off to something.
I think she might be yeah. Yeah.
That's fair too.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast with Rae L, and we're gonna do another in studio performance of her single "Dumb" with Jay, who's in studios as well, Jay Bailey, and of course Rae L is gonna be hanging out with us on August 13th as well. So all this and more coming up on the podcast broadcast. Stick around. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA. Nice. Yeah, sorry about that one.
It's torture.
Here, I got fun facts for you.
Radio man here with funny
I'm scared.
I want to salute this lady, and I should possibly save this for air because this story is so fantastic about a grandmother who passed away, but her last wish, her dying wish, was for her family to create a shrine to put on her grave. But the shrine itself was a testament to her love of life and a love of all things. And I thought this was a boss move and super enjoyable and kind of hilarious too, to be honest with you. I'm going to show you right here on the screen. You're going to see this picture of the grandmother and the grave. Okay. Because her dying wish was, ready? You read that headline? Oh, wait, here it comes. Giant dick on her grave.
All right.
Okay. This is the
Oh, I read about
grandmother.
this.
You did read about this.
Yeah.
This is the grave of the 99-year-old Katrina Perez, and it's now topped with
Let's
a
go.
huge pink penis on top of her headstone. So it's a double headstone,
Good
right?
for
It's
her.
a double headstone.
Yes, it is beautiful. It's a 5.5 foot, 600-pound cock.
That delivery man better be careful where he's carrying that thing. That thing might start leaking if he doesn't move his hands, or if he moves his hands just right.
Yeah.
Ew, my mom's in the chat right now. Hi,
Sorry,
Mom.
Mom.
Hey,
We love
see
you.
it. Yes. I mean,
Yeah,
well,
she's probably
how
laughing.
heavy would your penis shrine be? Because the question is, the reason why she did this is because it's a recognition of her love and joy for life. And she didn't take things too seriously. She obviously knew that it would cause snickers and people to, forget for a second the reason why they're at the graveyard. And that's to mourn, right? I mean, if you think about it, that is the saddest place you can go. You're missing your loved ones. You're going there to pay respects and mourn and remember all the good times and the loss of life that you're experiencing. And then you see this big giant pink dick and you're just like, that's it.
Sure.
That's enough.
You did have the question the other day about annoying neighbors. I mean, that's great for this woman and her family. What about the entire rest of the cemetery?
Well, I mean,
Here's my
the worst they
veteran
can do.
husband. Oh,
Yeah.
they've erected a new
Yeah.
next to his.
Yeah. Yeah.
What
see?
if it just starts a trend and then like everyone starts doing that? It's just
Right.
a cemetery full of dicks.
Just a vagina mausoleum as well.
Yeah.
That this brave lady started. I honestly, good for
No,
her.
good for her.
You know what I mean?
She knew what she wanted.
She lived her life. She knew how she wanted to go out. Exactly.
Yeah,
Good for
Weirdo,
her.
Weirdo says, I need to go and change my will and final wishes. Now, this was in Mexico. I don't think, in the land of the free, they would give you the freedom to be able to do that, unfortunately. But I will say this, if they equate like inches to feet, so let's say it's 5.5 feet. So let's say 5.5 inches. So the grave next to the grandmother want to be like, well, I want to recognize the life and legacy of my poppy. But he was 7.5 inches. So I got to make it 7.5 feet.
Wow.
Right.
And it just becomes a huge competition.
It
amongst
becomes keeping up with the
everyone.
Johnsons.
Yeah, it gets out of control. Next thing you know, you're living in a dick city. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Penis envy.
Dick
The penis-
City. Dick City is amazing. That's the next Grand Theft Auto title, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, Grand Theft Auto, GTA Dick City. It's going to be popping off sometime in the fall.
Yeah, look out for that.
Shout out
Please
to
do.
our families in the chat. We love you guys.
We love the families. It's a family affair.
Yeah, I mean, it's just not all crude stuff. Sometimes we, play a little fun and games, or we talk about just stupid people, like this morning's moron. This morning's moron,
49, baby.
was not a criminal. Normally, it's a stupid criminal segment, but this
Ew.
morning moron took YouTube tutorials to a whole nother level. And this is what not to do when it comes to YouTube. In case you missed it, one little something like this. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA 616 and time for your morning moron. Let's do it. All right, so here's the deal about this. My daughter just the other day was like, hey, I want to learn how to play guitar. I'm like, cool. Go to YouTube. Everything that you need to learn is on YouTube. A lot of kids don't know, like, the advantage that they have. They don't push themselves to actually learn stuff besides makeup tutorials, right? A lot of people go down rabbit holes and it only makes their mind numb when opposed to, like, what they could actually do. And that's, like, fully teach themselves a skill through the efforts of other people putting out tutorials, actual educational tutorials.
Not just other people, but professionals.
Yeah, no, actual professionals. But, and I do have to stress that because there's a lot of things that people think they're getting, quote unquote, educated on YouTube that leads them down a dark path. But I'm saying actual professionals teaching them a trade or a skill. You can do that. It's all on YouTube, right? But there are things on YouTube that you shouldn't learn, like giving yourself cosmetic surgery. All right. But apparently there's tutorials for that as well.
What?
Yes, as one man found out the hard way. It's some guy in Brazil. He ended up in the ER last month after watching YouTube tutorials and giving himself a nose job. Yes, he literally cut into his own face while he was awake.
Wow.
Now, he's not even the first person to try this. YouTube has to remove at-home rhinoplasty videos all the time to prevent people from doing just that.
Really?
Yes. Now, as you would expect, it never goes well. And they say it could even kill you as you can go into shock. Now, this guy showed up at the ER with the nose all jacked up and infected, looking like Michael Jackson after a cocaine binge.
Oh.
He said he used an anesthetic from a vet to dull the pain while he did surgery on himself. But he didn't even use gloves or clean the wound at all.
Oh.
Amateur, bruh. Come on, man. Step one, doing any kind of surgery. Keep it clean. All right, now he was trying to make his nose thinner, and he stitched it up afterwards, and it sounded like he also super glued to close the wound. It's brutal, right?
Oh, my God.
Now, doctors treated the infection, sent him home, and they referred him to a specialist for more treatment and told him to start seeing a therapist. So, in recap, go on to YouTube to learn how to to give yourself plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Definitely, 100% makes you a morning moron. Haven't. That was the morning moron from today. All right, you already see the second camera all set up. So let's get into it. Now, we saw the music video for this song, and it's fantastic. I want to hear that live performance. All right, so we have Rae L and Jay Bailey in studio, and this song is called Dumb. Ladies and gentlemen, check it out.
Our city's finest. Yeah.
New shit.
Who do you think I am? Who do you think that I am? You think who do you think I am? Who do you think that I am? I don't think that I can keep it all together. I feel like everybody else could know me better than I know myself. Oh my God, what the hell? Gotta get myself together. The bus is running, gotta catch her. Who do you think I am? Who do you think that I am? You think who do you think I am? Who do you think that I am?
Yeah, hanging by a thread on the words you said. Ain't your fault in over my head. Don't hold back, baby, nothing to lose. Never been scared of what it might do. Summer coming quick, we got so much to do. Thinking to myself, should I think this through? Talking to myself, but I wish it was you. Drinking out the bottle, I'm alone in the room. Always thought that I knew myself. Guess I was wrong, guess I need your help. Falling apart, there ain't really much left. Picking up pieces, don't regress. A lot has been changing, clarity coming and it feels amazing. Running in circles, it's better than pacing. Life is a journey, just try to embrace it.
This is the part where we usually say something.
Say something.
Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to say something. My name's Rae L. This is Jay Bailey, and this song is produced by our friend Cecilia, and we're in our city's finest.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to say.
Who do you think that I am? Who do you think I am? Who do you think that I am? You think I'm dumb, you think I'm crazy, think I'm stupid, think I'm. Who do you think I am?
Excellent job. Excellent job. Rae L, Jay Bailey,
job, man.
our
Thank
city's
you.
finest, working together, collaborative. Next time, Powers, and this is hindsight, I'm like, oh, they were sharing a microphone. We had an extra microphone. So I'm like,
well.
duh, but
We're
that's all
used
right.
to it. We did shows where there was like 5 of us on stage and
One
2 microphones.
microphone.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
1 or 2
one
microphones. So
microphone.
we're
Yeah,
just happy to be here.
Yeah,
DIY.
honestly.
Well, I like it. You made the most of it, and that's what you got to
Yeah.
do. And it worked out. So, and it sounded fantastic on the stream. You guys like it? Make sure you share your comments and your love. Let them know it. And then how do people be able to check out more of your guys' stuff? What's the links? What's the shout outs?
You go first.
All right. Well, you can find me on Instagram at Rae RAEEELMAO. Jake.
You can find me at j.baileymusic and all of us collectively at Our City's Finest. From there, the Our City's Finest page has links to all of our individuals, including Spotify, streaming, etc. So
I love that. I love the collaborative group and you guys working together, putting out music and singles and supporting each other. I think that brain trust idea for creatives is an excellent way to just continue to up each other's games, set the bar and then exceed it and continue to climb your way up. So shout out to Our City Finest. You guys all keep putting in the good work because I want to hear all the shit that you guys come up with and represent Tucson and put us on the map ski, if you will.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Who's the next Linda Ronstadt? Rae L.
Hey! Thank you,
Love
Arizona
Linda.
Griller.
Yes, yes.
Your wife.
Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents Rock 102.1 KFMA. We just did another performance here with Jay Bailey and Rae L, and it was fantastic. So you guys can watch the replay of that on youtube.com/beefvegan. I got some radio stuff to talk about here. This is good news for gamers. If you're a gamer, you have better decision-making skills. All right. If you've seen this, would you consider yourself a gamer, Powers?
I'm casual gamer.
Casual. See, you're making terrible decisions then. Who's a gamer here, Jay?
that would be me, sir.
There you go. Well, see, the lead researcher in this study from Georgia State University says that the gaming might help your vision. When, he was a kid, he had weak vision in one eye. So doctors had him play video games with his good eye covered. And now he can see 20/20. So he's 100%. He's attributing that to probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he couldn't look at anything else.
Yeah, after playing the game for like 3 hours, I usually start to feel more blurry. So I feel like I don't know, the older you get, if you have like the reverse effect, but
you're absolutely right. I feel the same way too. It's like I go blind playing video games. So maybe this because I'm forgetting to blink.
Yeah,
probably. Honestly, it's just your eyes drying out.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say that's the weed, guys.
Yeah. Oh, that's what it is.
Yes. And let me tell you this. Whenever you're traveling, you always kind of lead yourself to be victimized by fines because you never know, especially when you travel internationally, what kind of stupid rules they may have in place. If you're like little shampoo containers too big, it has like an extra ounce in it, whatever the case may be. Well, Jessica Lee found out the hard way that you can't buy a Subway footlong in Singapore because she ate half of it and then she saved the rest for later. But when she was heading back to Australia, she forgot to declare the 6 inches of sandwich on her incoming passenger card, which must list any food or ingredients being brought into the country because they could be a biosecurity risk. Now, authorities found this sandwich, slapped her with an $1,800 fine because
oh my God.
Well, it was a Subway sandwich, so it was a biosecurity risk immediately. We all knew that.
Yeah, don't eat the tuna.
Yeah, right. That's not real. It's fine. The story was a happy ending though, because Subway Australia thanked her for being a loyal customer and gave her a gift card for $5.
Oh.
Get a foot long.
Yeah. We got your beef tip coming after. We got your beef tip coming up after a few words here, and then we're gonna keep the conversation moving on the podcast broadcast. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Yeah, so actually Subway gave her a card for $1,800, but the shitty part is she has to eat $1,800 worth of Subway.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Like, I did not plan on spending that $1,800 on just Subway.
Yeah. She's like, no, I'm more of a Jersey Mike's girl, but Subway was the only option. I don't want to have a lifetime supply of Subway.
Could have paid me in any other form, please.
Subway's kind of expensive. That's like 5 trips max.
Nah, I don't know if it's that expensive.
You go buy for our collective, it is.
Yeah.
Like 7 feet of sandwich every time.
Yeah,
That's true. That's very true. All right, I'm going to get ready for our last word, our beef tip, which is a positive one to end the show on. And earlier this morning, we did play around with the last word to give away a pair of tickets for Ghost. We had 2 competitors go heads up. In case you missed it, went a little something like this. Check it out. 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents 600 KFMA. That's 605-362 if you want to try to win those tickets for Ghost. The way that I'm going to give away those tickets is to play a little game. Beef Vegan Presents the last word. It's our verbal hot potato game. On line 1, we have Kelly. Good morning, Kelly.
Good morning.
And the good news is I still waiting for caller 9. I hung up on so many people they gave up. So I need a contestant right now to go up against Kelly in the last word. 600 KFMA. That's 600-5362. I'm gonna even throw out those categories for you so you got a heads up of what you're gonna be answering questions for. Now, Kelly, don't freak out. I know you're nervous. But the 3 categories, if we even get to the third one, these are the categories, okay? The first category is name a famous ghost because it's ghost, right? The second category is name a slutty Halloween outfit, right? Because Halloween's right around the corner. And then the last category is name something people are scared of. So now that you got a heads up, try to get those answers in your head and don't repeat your opponent's answers. Speaking of opponents, let's find out who you're going up against, Kelly. Rock 102.1. Who's this?
Wayne.
All right, Wayne versus Kelly. Wayne's coming in sounding like a serial killer, so good luck.
Oh, good Lord.
All right, we're gonna start off here with Kelly. You're first up. Here we go. 30 seconds on the clock. We'll begin when I finish asking this question. Name a famous ghost. Kelly, go.
Casper.
Casper. Okay, Wayne.
Headless Horseman.
Okay, yes. All right, Kelly.
Uh-huh.
Say it again. Yeah, I need another famous ghost.
Another famous one. Oh, shit. Oh, my gosh. I can't think of a famous ghost.
5 seconds. Oh, all right. Looks like Wayne got the steal on that first round, which is fine. You're still in the game, Kelly, so don't give up on me. But yeah, the Headless Horseman, excellent answer.
That
We
is
didn't even think of that
excellent.
one.
I
Yeah.
didn't think of that one. I thought a slime.
I know. See. All right, Wayne. You're gonna start off round 2. Okay, 30 seconds is on the clock. Here we go. Halloween's coming up right around the corner. Name a slutty Halloween outfit. Go.
Oh, let's see. Bathing suit.
Bathing suit. No, give me something better.
Yeah, costume.
Yeah, give me a costume.
Ooh. Pass. I don't know.
You can't pass. That's not how this works. You gotta get the last word. So give me the first word. You get the last word.
Early. I haven't had coffee yet.
Oh, ran out of time. Kelly, give him an example of a slutty Halloween costume.
A nurse.
That's right, a nurse.
Yeah.
The classic nurse.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure if you've been to
Obvious.
Spirit in a while. They sell sexy Big Bird now.
Yeah. I mean,
Really?
So that was a major fail for the last word there, and it led to him losing the game and not
Pass.
getting those. Yeah, you can't pass on the last word. You're missing the whole idea. Keep all of those comments coming here. I got a couple things I want to show you guys before we take off. First off, look at the screen. Do you notice anything wrong with this sign?
Albuquerque.
Yeah, Albuquerque.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So the backstory here is this sign was made by the New Mexico Department of Transportation. It's New Mexico, and in New Mexico they have a city called Albuquerque. But some people within the Department of Transportation obviously don't know how to spell the state or the city that's in New Mexico. It happens.
We had a 12 and like here. It wasn't 12th Street. It was a 12 and D. Where Brink
like
was.
second.
Yeah, like second. It was terrible. That was a year ago.
It's a Tucson thing.
I think it's still there. I'm pretty sure
A
it's
lot
still
of
there.
people don't realize that New Mexico is a state. Like I've heard that a lot.
Yep.
Like from people.
Really?
Yeah.
They're like building a wall around it.
Yeah,
They're like,
they tried to build a
no,
wall
guys.
in New Mexico.
Yeah, this is
I've
ours.
never been awake driving through New Mexico. Every time I've ever traveled, I've literally slept from before we got there and woke up in Texas.
It's
Right.
gorgeous.
Wow.
Going
It
straight
doesn't
wild.
exist to you.
And then
It's
go to
literally-
sleep 3 different times, wake up and still be in Texas.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Oh
the
yeah.
thing
And in
to miss.
Texas, it just never ends.
Can't
It isn't
convince
never-
Jay Bailey that New Mexico is
Yeah, you
real.
can't convince me.
No, it's there. I mean, you got to watch Breaking Bad and Better Call
Oh
Saul.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen those.
Yeah.
I haven't seen New Mexico, but I've seen those.
Yeah. Which state do you think has seen the most UFOs or have the most UFO sightings out of the United States? Which state do you think gets the most UFO sightings?
I want to say Mississippi or Louisiana.
Okay, why?
Wow.
Yeah.
Not expecting
They're the
that.
worst ones.
What do you say, Rae L, Jay?
Well, they have a whole town dedicated to UFO sightings in New Mexico. I
Yeah.
watched a documentary on that, but I'm gonna go with Arizona.
We've been getting a lot of them lately.
Phoenix Lights.
We have Phoenix Lights. I was there. I witnessed that live. I was old enough to see that, get all the hairs on my arms standing straight up, feeling it and seeing it, like the stars disappear above my head before it made its way south and just stay there for what seemed like forever. So I'm a legit believer in that was 100% a UFO. Very strange.
That was my next question. I was like, having seen it,
yeah.
Is that what you felt like
having felt it. Jay,
if
you're there, there was
Yeah.
almost like an ominous like hum, but it was so kind of like low, and it moved so slow, and it was so massive. When I say massive, I can't even put it into scope. It just went, like when it went over my house. It stayed over my house for seemed like forever, and it just blacked out the sky, and then you slowly saw the stars return. So
that is
wow.
Let's get back on there. Sorry to leave the podcast broadcasters in the lurch there. I was telling my Phoenix Lights story, but I asked the question, which state do you believe is the number one UFO hotspot, which means which one has the most sightings? And since 1974, the National UFO Reporting Center has been logging unexplained close encounters. And during that time, over 150,000 sightings have been reported throughout the world, throughout all regions of the planet. But there's no place that's a bigger UFO hotspot than Washington State.
Ooh,
Washington.
really?
Yeah. According to their data, 88 out of every 100,000 residents have reported seeing a UFO in that area. And the most common month for sightings is July. So whether that's fireworks or maybe that's just like the popular time for aliens to visit. Like, it's vacation time.
Yeah, summer.
Yeah, you ever been to Washington in July? It's beautiful. So no matter what planet you're from, that's a beautiful destination.
Destination point.
So yeah,
that's crazy. I wouldn't have thought Washington either.
Well, yeah, I know. I was actually with Rae on that one. I thought like Roswell, New Mexico, or Phoenix, just the desert states themselves. But no, apparently it's Washington. All right, we're almost out of time. Before I give you a beef tip, let me just thank our musical guest, Rae L, who's going to be performing with all of us on August 13th for Keep Tucson Sketchy. It's a Saturday Night Live inspired sketch comedy show that Power's been a part of for years. Rae L is going to be the musical guest. I will be your humble host. There's 2 shows on that. You can check out Keep Tucson Sketchy on Facebook for more information when you could hang out with us. And if you want to party with us, definitely get tickets to the second show, right?
Yeah. And it's the second Saturday, so it's going to be good.
That's right. Make sure you check out Rae L on social media, and that's RAEEE.
LMAO.
There you go.
LMAO.
And you'll be seeing, as I've been sharing Ray's stuff on my Instagram page and KFMA's Instagram page for a while. And of course, Jay Bailey and our City Finest. Thank you as well.
Thank you so much.
Before we wrap up the show, here's our beef tip. This could be a tip that could save your relationship, and it could be the key to a happy marriage. It's called the 2-2-2 rule. This is what the 2-2-2 rule is. There's relationship experts. They recommend couples do a date night every 2 weeks, a weekend away every 2 months, and a week away every 2 years. 2-2-2. It was reportedly originated on a Reddit thread a few years ago and recently reappeared as relationship advice on social media, and it gets a thumbs up from many relationship experts. So if you find yourself in a rut, my beef tip to you is try the 2-2-2 rule. And if that doesn't work, get divorced. All right. That's all the time we have for the show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Drive safe, ride safe, and as always, rock local. Later.
When you wish upon a side of beef,
thanks for watching, guys.
Will come and end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.